Hello everyone, today I'm here to bring you my March book haul, and it's a lot. I always start the month thinking there's not going to be a lot of books in my book haul, I'm not going to buy a lot of books this month, and then every month I shatter that goal into a million pieces, but regardless, there's a lot of books, like 18 books in this book haul, so let's just dive right on in, shall we? The first book is Fangirl by Rainbow Roll. Why, yes, I do own a copy right there. This is the exclusive collector's edition. It is like bubblegum pink on the inside. It has fan art. Isn't it beautiful? And I've read on. Well, I mean, it's just I couldn't say no. It was one of my all-time favorite contemporary books, and I just had to have the exclusive collector's edition. I'm excited about it. It looks adorable. I actually like this cover a lot more than the original cover because I like the pink, I don't know, but I also like how it has the fan art in it. Yeah, if you're from with Fangirl, if you're looking for a perfect contemporary read, I highly recommend it. It's just adorable. Even on the hardcover, it's got a coffee cup with Kath on it. That's adorable. I had to. I've been eyeing it for forever, so I had to buy it. The next one, you're gonna be shocked that I haven't read it yet, and I am too, believe me. And that is Carry On, also by Rainbow Roll. This is the only Rainbow Roll book I haven't read yet, and there is no good reason why. I think I've just been putting it off for so long, because I know I'll probably love it, and then I'll read it, and then I don't want it to end, and then I'll have a book hangover from it. So that's, I think, the only reason why I haven't read it yet, because I've just heard amazing things about it, and I know that as soon as I finish it, I'm going to be so sad that I have finished it. This actually kind of goes with Fangirl. So Fangirl follows Cass. She writes fan fiction of Simon Snow, which is pretty much almost like Harry Potter, if you will. So she writes all this fan fiction for the characters Simon and Baz in Simon Snow. So Carry On actually follows Simon and Baz from the fan fiction. If you're keeping up with me here, and it's all about their relationship and how they came to be, and I've heard really, really cute things about it, so I'm excited. Like a map inside of the ground, if you can see. But yeah, I've heard amazing things about this, so I cannot wait to read it. I'm just mad at myself that I haven't read it. I need to read it soon. The next two books I have already read, but I haven't owned them, and I needed to make that a priority in my life. That is The Dream Thieves and Blue Lily Lily Blue by Maggie Stiefvater. These are books 2 and 3 in the Raven cycle. One of my favorite series of all time. The story is with these, but I don't own them. I actually do own this one. I lent it out a few years ago. It's never coming back to me. Don't ever lend your books out to people that you don't trust or are going to give them back. Just take that as a lesson learned. And this one I actually read on ebook. So I had to own them because I have to have them on my favorite shelf because I love this series so much. Or if you're unfamiliar with the Raven cycle, it's definitely a very, very unique series for sure. It's all about ley lines. It has a family that's full of psychics, and about these boys that go to this boarding school, and these boys that go to this private school, and they're trying to find this dead Welsh king and wake him up to grant a favor. And it's just so much more than that. Trust me, I highly recommend you watch my Raven Blaze review because it is a very, very interesting and unique series, but it's amazing. So amazing. I had to own them, had to. The next two books I had to buy like quickly because I just finished the first in the trilogy, and I knew I wanted to read the trilogy afterwards, like I had to. It was so amazing. That is A Gathering of Shadows and A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. These are books 2 and 3 in the Darker trilogy, or The Darker Shade of Magic. The first one is called A Darker Shade of Magic. And like I said, I just finished that one last week, and it was amazing. I don't know why I have not read it. I don't know why I have not read it earlier. I'm mad at myself for that because I shouldn't be surprised because I love V.E. Schwab's writing so much. I prefer much more her writing as V.E. Schwab than Victoria Schwab. I learned that I like her adult like fantasy and things like that more. If you're unfamiliar with this trilogy, it's about a magician named Kel, and he lives in Red London, and there are like 3 parallel Londons. One is Red London where he lives, where magic is flowing, and they really treat magic as an equal. The other one is White London, where they really try to really control it, but the magic's fighting back and it's really hurting White London. There's Grey London, where there is no magic at all, and there's Black London, which is not really talked about anymore. Something bad has happened. Kel is actually an Antari, if I pronounce that right, and he is one of the very, very few people that can actually travel between these parallel Londons. So his job is a messenger. He goes and relays correspondence between the royalties of each London, and one day he gets in this grand adventure, this really crazy thing with magic, and it's just an amazing trilogy. I love the first book. A lot of people say it takes time to get into, and I will agree with that. The first 50 pages are kind of slow with the first book, but once you get into it, it is amazing. It's full of adventure, and so I'm excited to read the trilogy. I am nervous because I've heard the second book, A Gathering of Shadows, is not that great, but a lot of people have been raving about Conjuring of Light, and I'm so excited about all of these books I'm talking about today. The next book, Penguin actually sent to me, and they sent me this really, really cool box. It was really awesome and interactive, and they sent me 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. Like I said, they sent me a box. They had like popcorn in a popcorn tin. They sent me some Myconites, which I gladly ate, some tissues because I'm sensing a sad theme. This book, of course, so I love that they sent that to me. I'm actually listening to this book right now. If you're unfamiliar, 13 Reasons Why is an older book. It came out, I want to say, a few years ago, and they're actually making it a Netflix series. If you can't already see it, this Netflix logo right here, and it's coming out very, very soon. It's probably already out right now as you are watching this because I am pre-filming this, but I wanted to read the book before I saw the show, and a lot of people recommend the audiobook, so I'm listening to it, and I am really enjoying it. If you're unfamiliar with this book, this follows a Jensen who is a high school senior, and one day he arrives home and he has a package waiting on his doorstep, and he opens it up, and there are these 13 tapes, and when he plays them, the voice that talks to him is Hannah Baker, the girl who killed herself a few weeks prior. Hannah made these tapes before she committed suicide, and she sent these tapes out, and each tape represents a person, so she sent these tapes out to 13 different people, and it pretty much tells her, and she's pretty much telling them 13 reasons why she killed herself. So Clay receives them, and he's obviously on the tape, so he's trying to figure out how he has to deal with this, how he is in the mix with Hannah's suicide, and it's a very, very, very interesting book. I will say it's definitely a topic that needs to be talked about. I've had people in my family commit suicide, so I do know it, and I do know how awful and just heart-wrenching it is. So it's very interesting to listen and to read this book like this, and the Netflix series looks good. It's making it more like a murder mystery. They're not, I think they're treating it like a, why did she kill herself? Like, you know, stay tuned. So I'm not, that's the only thing I don't like about it. They're treating it more like a murder mystery type of thing, but I don't know, but it does look interesting. I'm not gonna lie, the preview for the TV show is compelling, so I do want to check it out, but I hope they really take the platform that they have on Netflix and talk about the importance of suicide and suicide prevention, and hopefully they can really use that platform to talk about it. So if that makes sense what I'm saying here. So either way, I'm reading this right now, and I am really enjoying it. The next book I finally bought, it's been on my Amazon wish list for forever. I finally just caved in and bought it, and that is the Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This is an adult, like, fantasy book, I guess you could say. Earlier this month I read Caraval by Stephanie Garber. That was my first foray into, like, circus fiction. Got me really interested, and I've heard amazing things about the Night Circus and countless things about the Night Circus, so I decided to finally pick it up. This is all about the Night Circus. The circus arrives and leaves without, you know, any precedence. They just show up, they leave. It's all magic, obviously. Behind the scenes of the circus, there's this fierce competition. There's this duel between these two young magicians. One's named Cecilia and the other name's Marco, who have been trained since childhood expressively for this purpose of dueling. So they don't know, actually. This is a game where one of them could be left standing, so obviously one's gonna have to die. And of course they fall in love, and of course they can't fall in love because, you know, one of them, they gotta duel, one of them's gotta, like, get the axe. So this is very, very interesting. Like I said, I've heard nothing but amazing things about this book. I am very, very excited to get into it. The next book I bought is On the Fence by Casey West. This is the only Casey West book I have yet to read. It's about a girl named Charlotte who is raised by a single dad, and she, a tomboy, which there's nothing wrong with. She loves, like, driving cars and things like that. I actually bought Britt Marie is Here a few months ago, but I've actually heard that you need to read this book before you read Britt Marie is Here. This is all about a 7-year-old named Elsa who is best friends with her grandmother, who is crazy. It says that she fires paintball guns at strangers crazy. Then her grandmother passes away. Her grandmother actually leaves a series of letters behind for Elsa to deliver to people, apologizing for the people that she has wronged. So I'm guessing Britt Marie from his other book, Britt Marie Was Here, shows up somewhere in this book. So I've heard amazing things about this book, and I love reading books from child's perspectives, but I'm also nervous because they're always so sad. So this one sounds amazing, and I like Frederick Brockman's writing, and I want to read all his books, so I'm very excited for this one. The next book Penguin sent to me, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I fangirled a bit when I got this. I don't fangirl often, but when I do, it's big fangirl time. And they sent to me Once and For All by Sarah Dessen. If you don't know, Sarah Dessen is my favorite contemporary author. I love her. I love Sarah Dessen's books. So I am super excited for this. It's so awesome. They sent me this in this beautiful wood box. I mean, I'm definitely gonna make use of this. I'm not gonna kid you or not. Open it, it says, will you be my reader? Instead of like, I think it's supposed to be like, because this book's all about weddings, so usually you get stuff like this, will you be my bridesmaid and things like that, but this says, will you be my reader? Yes, yes I will. They also sent me like a little history of Sarah Dessen, and they sent me a beautiful, they sent me chocolate. I'm gonna be straight up with you, I ate that drink, but as soon as I took a picture. And then they sent me this frame of a quote that's from this book. Also sent me other like little pictures of her quotes. So we have one quote from The Moon and More, one quote from The Truth About Forever, one quote again from Once and For All, and another quote from Just Listen, and the last one is from Saint Anything. So thank you so much, Penguin, for sending me this. I'm over the moon about it. It's hard for me not to read it right now because I know if I read it, I'm gonna want to talk to you guys about it. So I need to hold my feelings in check and my reading in check until June when it comes out. It's all about a girl that is a daughter of a wedding planner, which speaks to my soul because I'm a wedding photographer. So yes, weddings. And she's very reluctant into love. She's seen all these weddings and things that have happened, but then she meets a boy and she kind of falls in love with him, only she's trying to hold him at arm's length. And he actually has had a multitude of girlfriends. He's now met Luana, and he knows that he wants her and that she is the girl that he wants to be with, only she may not be feeling the same. So excited! The next book came in my Outright box, and that is Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. Honestly, the title is the book. It's all about this daughter of a pirate king, and she is bad A, and it's awesome, so I'm very excited for that. And I've never read a book about a pirate. It also came with a cool tattoo that I might use on Halloween. I may want to be a pirate, who knows. But I'm excited to read this because, like I said, I haven't read any books about pirates a lot, so I'm excited. The next couple books Freeform sent to me, and the first one is The Takedown by Corey Wang, and they also sent me, I kid you not, a literally life-size poster, like a cardboard cutout of my Instagram. It was awesome. I loved it. It was very, very awesome seeing my name like that, but that's just amazing. This is all about a girl named Kyla Chang who has everything. She is smart, she is popular, she has a lot of friends, she has a great boyfriend, everything is going great for her, and she's about to finish high school coming out unscathed, which does not happen to a lot of us. Didn't happen to me. A week before college applications are due, a viral video pops up. Kyla actually doing something not so appropriate with her crush-worthy English teacher. The only problem is Kyla does not recall being in this video. This is not Kyla at all. So somebody is obviously out to get her, hence the takedown. She goes into social media, she goes into hacking. She's trying to figure out how to get this video down because this was not her and somebody has wronged her. So this sounds pretty awesome because I love books about social media and how much it can really affect you, because it can. I graduated high school on the very, very tail end of MySpace. Just shows your age. And we were just barely getting cell phones where we could text. So there wasn't a lot of social influence. There wasn't a lot of social media in my high school, which I'm grateful for, if I'm honest with you. Very happy about, because I can't imagine being in high school right now. I really can't, because everything you say or do can just be uploaded to Facebook, uploaded to Twitter in a freaking second. So yeah, I'm happy I didn't go to high school with all that social media. Either way, I'm excited about this book, and it actually follows a Asian main character, which is awesome, great for diversity, so I'm excited to read it. And the other book Freeform sent to me is Royce Rolls. Gosh, it's Royce Rolls. You can't say that like a tongue twister. This sounds like such a really satire, witty, awesome book. So this follows a main character named Royce. Her name's Bentley Royce, to be specific, and she is in a reality show with her family, and she wants to get out of this reality show. She's not feel happy about it. It just sounds like it's going to be a satire, witty book. Even on the back, where it usually has quotes of like other authors saying how much they love this book, they actually have authors like kind of like making fun of like the show. Carl says, it's the perfect show. I used it to torture my relatives at Thanksgiving. Marie Lou says, what I saw when Rolling with the Royces cannot be unseen. Save yourself. Ransom Riggs, surely the culmination of pop culture's long swan dive in the toilet. A triumph. Cami Garcia, my expectations were on a solid 0, and Rolling with Royces still managed to disappoint me. I love that they're doing like, they're really taking this satire wittery thing to a whole new level. So, I mean, I'm gonna have to read this for the sheer fact of it's almost like watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, you know what I'm saying? So, that's pretty awesome. They also sent me a camera! What? fangirled about this too because I'm a photographer and it's freaking adorable. This is an Instamix Mini 8 by Fujifilm and it's beautiful. And all you do is pop it open and then, okay, well, boom. Just kidding. It would pop up here, but I don't have film. Oh well. But seriously, thank you so much Freeform Books for sending me this. Like, this is going to get a lot of use when I buy film for it because I love taking pictures. And this is, it's just adorable. I love this. Like, I really love this. The next book I actually got my Once Upon a Book Club box, which you can see that right there. And that is from Sand to Ash by Amy Harmon. This is a historical fiction. It takes place in 1943. It's about a woman named Eva and a man named Angela who fall in love, and they are really divided by circumstance and religion. And like I said, they fall in love, but Angela decides to follow his religion and go to be a priest. A decade later, they meet up again. Eva has nowhere to run. She's running from the Gestapo and things like that. And Angelo actually takes her in, and she hides her with other Jews as well in this. So it's all about that. It's got the history, it's got religion, it's got love, it's got so many different things that it sounds like it's going to be amazing. I've heard good things about it as well. The next book is a middle grade book, and that is Horizon by Scott Westerfield. I was just sent this as well. This is, when I read it, it reminds me of a middle grade version of Lost. It's all about this plane crash, and these kids manage on this island. They're running out of resources, and all of a sudden I think they're being hunted or something like that. I don't know. It sounds like Lost, only like a tame version, so that's pretty interesting. And then I also got sent The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've never read a book by her, but this one sounds really interesting. It's almost like a take on Liz Taylor, honestly, and this is all about like the seven husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So it's about this journalist that starts talking to Evelyn Hugo and learning more about her life and her seven husbands and the secret she has buried, much like I think Liz Taylor, honestly. It sounds really interesting though. The next book Quarterly sent to me, and that is Borne by Jeff Vandermeer, and this cover is amazing. Amazing. I wish I could tell you what this book is about. I really could. I read the back of it and I was like, what? Jeff also wrote the Southern Reach trilogy. This is about a woman that finds this like bear type of thing. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, when I read the back of it, I'm confused every single time I read the back of it. And I've even looked at reviews on Goodreads and people are like, this is a confusing book, but an amazing book, and it'll make you like question everything. So I don't know, but I've heard a lot about this author. Like, he is a widely acclaimed author, and this book's actually be featured in their Lit 4 box, which comes out in a couple months, so I couldn't explain it because I'm telling you, every time I read the back of it, I come out more confused than when I came in. And the last book St. Martin Press sent to me, and that is White Sand, Blue Sea, and obviously this is a summer book all about this girl that goes to her summer house for the summer. She's hoping her boyfriend will propose to her, and then her father, who she hasn't seen in like 20 years, shows up and things are unraveling and things like that. So it just sounds like the perfect summer read. I mean, look at the cover. So that was my huge March haul. There's a lot of books I'm going to put on these shelves. It's going to be tough, but I'm excited about each and every one of these books. If you have read or heard any of these books, please let me know down in the comments. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on them. You will help me with my main TBR pile immensely, so please let me know. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and sticking around with this long haul. Hopefully next month will not be such a huge haul. Time will tell. I make 3 bookish videos a week on this channel, so if you want to see more of them, please click subscribe so you can see and be notified of them. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.